you ever feel like there's just not enough time in the day? Like your to-do list keeps getting longer and your stress level keeps rising? You're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and unproductive. But what if there was a way to work smarter, not harder? A way to prioritize your tasks, minimize distractions, and achieve more with less stress? Ancient wisdom may hold the key to modern productivity. Stoicism, a philosophy developed in ancient Greece and Rome, emphasizes living virtuously, focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. These principles, when applied to our daily lives, can help us become more efficient and effective, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In this video, we'll explore 3 Stoic habits that can drastically improve your productivity. Living virtuously. Prioritize tasks that align with your values and purpose. Focus on what you can control. Manage distractions and create a focused work environment. Break down the task. Divide large goals into manageable steps and take consistent action. By implementing these simple yet powerful habits, you can reclaim your time, reduce stress, and achieve your goals with greater ease and clarity. Habit 1. Living virtuously, prioritizing with purpose. Imagine standing atop a mountain overlooking the vastness of life. From this vantage point, what truly matters becomes clear. This is the essence of living virtuously, a core Stoic principle. It's about aligning your actions with your values and purpose, ensuring your energy is directed towards what truly matters. But in the daily grind, it's easy to lose sight of our values and prioritize tasks based on urgency rather than importance. We get caught up in the tyranny of the to-do list, checking off boxes without reflecting on whether they actually contribute to our long-term goals and values. This is where living virtuously comes in. It's about taking a step back and asking ourselves, what truly matters to me? What kind of person do I want to be? How will this task contribute to my overall well-being and purpose? By reflecting on these questions, we can identify tasks that align with our values and purpose. We can prioritize actions that contribute to our personal growth, relationships, and overall well-being. This doesn't mean ignoring all responsibilities, but rather making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy. Living virtuously isn't about achieving perfection. It's about ongoing awareness and deliberate action. By consistently reflecting on our values and prioritizing tasks accordingly, we can achieve a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends the daily grind. When we live with purpose, aligned with our values, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and satisfaction, regardless of external circumstances. This, in itself, is a form of productivity that leads to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Habit 2. Focus on what you can control, managing distractions. In our constantly connected world, distractions are everywhere. From buzzing notifications to social media feeds, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose focus. This can significantly impact our productivity and well-being. But what if we could reclaim control over our attention and create an environment conducive to focused work? This is where the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control comes in. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. We can't control the constant barrage of notifications or the actions of others, but we can control our own reactions and how we respond to these external stimuli. By focusing on what we can control, we can create a calm and focused work environment. This may involve setting boundaries, limiting phone usage during work hours, silencing notifications, and informing others of your need for focused time. Creating a designated workspace. Choosing a quiet, well-lit area with minimal clutter to promote concentration. Practicing mindfulness. Taking regular breaks to clear your mind, meditate, and refocus on the task at hand. Focusing on what you can control is not about eliminating all distractions entirely. It's about being mindful of them and making conscious choices to minimize their impact. By becoming aware of our triggers and actively managing our attention, we can reclaim control over our time and achieve greater focus. It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it. When we focus on what we can control, we become empowered. We become less reactive to external stimuli and more intentional with our actions and time. This leads to increased productivity, improved decision-making, and a greater sense of inner peace. Habit 3. Break down the task, taking action with clarity. Have you ever looked at a large goal or project and felt overwhelmed by its size and complexity? This is a common experience, and it often leads to procrastination and inaction. But what if there was a way to make even the most challenging tasks feel manageable and achievable? This is where the Stoic principle of breaking down the task comes in. It's about taking large goals and dividing them into smaller, more manageable steps. This allows us to approach the task with greater clarity and focus, increasing our chances of success. Breaking down the task involves several key steps. Clearly define your goal. What do you want to achieve? What will it look like when it's completed? Identify the major milestones. Divide the goal into separate stages or phases. Break down each stage into actionable steps. Make sure each step is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Smart. Create a realistic schedule. Allocate time for each step and prioritize them based on urgency and importance. By breaking down the task, we create a roadmap to success. We gain a sense of control and progress, knowing exactly what needs to be done and when. This reduces overwhelm and procrastination, allowing us to take consistent action towards our goals. Breaking down the task is not just about achieving goals, it's about developing a growth mindset. It's about learning to embrace challenges, break them down into manageable parts, and take consistent action towards achieving them. This is a valuable skill that can be applied to all areas of life, leading to increased confidence, resilience, and a sense of accomplishment. As we reach the end of our journey into Stoic productivity, let's take a moment to reflect on the 3 habits we explored. Living virtuously, aligning our actions with our values and purpose. Focus on what you can control, managing distractions, and creating a focused work environment. Break down the task, dividing large goals into manageable steps and taking consistent action. By implementing these simple yet powerful principles, we can transform our daily lives and experience a new level of efficiency, focus, and fulfillment. We can learn to navigate the complexities of the modern world with grace and resilience, achieving our goals while staying true to our values. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. The future may be uncertain, but the present moment is ours to shape. By embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, we can cultivate inner peace, achieve greater clarity, and live a life of purpose and meaning.